As the People's Democratic Party, PDP, prepares to hold its primaries to elect the party's candidate to contest the Anambra gubernatorial election, aspirants have been campaigning vigorously to emerge as the party's standard bearer. One of such aspirants is Dr. Godwin Maduka, a Harvard-trained medical doctor and founder of Las Vegas Pain Institute and Medical Center in the United States. The U.S.-based medical expert turned politician is one of 16 aspirants jostling for the ticket of the PDP to contest in the November 6th election. Ahead of the primary, which will take place tomorrow, Maduka has already promised to transform Anambra into Nigeria's mini capital city if he becomes governor. He's now joining us from Awka, the state capital, to tell us what makes him stand out politically and of his chances of getting the ticket of the PDP in a crowded field of contestants. Welcome to the show, Dr. Maduka. Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning, Dr. Maduka. It's good to see you again. Second time you've been here. But very quickly,
Thank you.
The PDP primaries tomorrow. What are your chances? And this morning we had Professor Soludo, who has emerged as candidate of APGA. And he's also saying that APGA is 80%, or rather Anambra State is 80% APGA. Should you emerge? Do you think you stand a chance? What are your chances? What gives you the confidence that you win the primaries and you'll be able to challenge a man like Professor Soludo, who this morning was firing from every angle?
Well, I'm only going to talk about what I'm sure of. The good professor can claim that Anambra is 80% APGA. I don't know who is giving him that statistics. And secondly, Anambra State is a very strong state. They're very opinionated. They know where they're going. My chances, you can ask everybody in the street. They know Dr. Maduka. I wasn't coming into politics to make money, make a name for myself, or go ahead and have power. I've tested all that. I came to Anambra to work for this state. I'll be the governor of inclusiveness within the party and outside the party. My chances is great because what I have done in this state.
Indeed. Okay, so what are your thoughts on this, the media reports that a court in Abuja has nullified PDP's Anambra's Congress, saying that any action taken now will be null and void? What's your comment on that?
Well, the same thing was said about APGA, but they went ahead and conducted their Congress. Every party have their own issues to deal with. All I can tell you is that the primary will be conducted tomorrow. Our party will do whatever is necessary to make sure we have somebody emerge as the governor elect. And once PDP brings a governor elect, there's nobody that can beat us in this state.
Wow, nobody can beat you when they say the state is over 80% APGA, that everybody's coming, from the PDP to APGA. When Professor Soludo spoke today like he's governor already, is that what you're saying? And what chances do you have? A lot of people are saying your chances are slim. That there's nothing you are going to bring to the table that you can't even contest and go up against Professor Charles Soludo. That's a done deal. The PDP didn't win the last election, not the last two elections, or the last three elections in the state. So what is it this time that is different about you?
It sounds like you're campaigning for Soludo.
No, I'm putting the facts to you. Soludo is saying that if 4 people are voting on the street, 3 people will vote for him. So how can you tip that over?
Yeah. I don't want to, we haven't gone into general election yet, so I'll take it easy on him right now. But I don't think he's wise to go out there and tell that APGA is 80%. So that's a fallacy. That's not true. You understand? And that's one of the reasons I'm entering politics. for people to know their rights and the correct information. So for everybody out there listening, right now, the reverse is the case. This state is more than 80% PDP. APGA should have gotten their stuff together. Everybody here in Anambra know what's going on. Okay? So that's that one. When it comes to me, okay? Everybody know that there's nobody in Anambra State that have built what I have built in terms of human capacity, in terms of education, medicine, rural development, housing, every aspect of what it takes a state to run. I have done it in one community, which is what I'm bringing into Anambra in general. The only thing lacking in my town is the legislature. That would have made them capable of being a state. I told Anambra people that upon becoming the governor, I will make Anambra perform and look like a country. You understand? Whoever is coming out and say, I do this, I do that, I'm this, I'm done that. Yeah, name recognition might be there, but we're not dealing with name recognition. We're dealing with antecedent, we're dealing with what we have done, we're dealing with what is on ground. I am called Evidence 2021. That's because I have decided to make sure that I bring this state within the party, everybody will be included. When I become a governor, God willing, everybody in Anambra will be included. It will be one great community.
What's going on in Anambra? You said we'll know what's going on. We should ask on ground. What's going on in Anambra?
Well, what's going on is we live here in Anambra. We know the last time APGA conducted the election, we know what happened. Different parties. So what's going on is every party is trying to get their act together. Whether APGA, whether it's PDP, whether it's APC. Okay? Trying to get the act together so we can produce, each party will produce their best candidate. Okay? That's what I think is going on. And also, we're trying to bring a governor that will take us to the next level. Not just working within this community, but be able to expand beyond the border of Anambra State. Bring infrastructures here. Make sure that we have religious tolerance, ICT, transportation, air, land, and sea, foreign investments of all the aspirants, no matter where they come from. I'm the one that have the capability to bring investment, foreign investments here from all walks of life, from every country in the world. I'm the one that have the most capability. Now, I'm not going to go head on yet with any aspirant. I'm just going to talk about what I can do, which is what I have been doing for the past 30 years here in Anambra State, to keep bringing the projects coming in, getting the people advance in the way they think. I'm also thinking about bringing ICTs, agriculture, all those things, education. I already said I'll bring 21 campuses in 21 local government area. I will bring 21 emergency rooms in 21 local government areas. These are easy. This is what I'm used to. I am an educator, and I'm also a man known very well in infrastructure building. Now, I know the professors is not something that is eluding me. I have triple professorship in anesthesia, surgery, and pain management. And I trained at Harvard University. So when it comes to the area of education, it's something that I'm going to bring to my state. So by the time I finish it, first or second tenure, we will be the most illiterate state in the nation. Thank you.
Well, Dr. Maduka, you know this is the second time you've been on this program. The other time we discussed some of these issues, what you will do for the people of Anambra, particularly in your area of distinction, which is medical science. And when we refer to Professor Soludo, it's because we had him on the program. It's not as if we prefer him to you. No, we don't have a dog in the fight. We're fair-minded. But I'd like to ask you, the primaries tomorrow, there are many heavyweights in your party, in Anambra. You have Oseloka, right? There's Oseloka Obase. You have former Governor Peter Obi. You have Uche Kunefe. You have Osita Chidoka. You have Obiora Okonkwo. How many of these, big figures within the PDP in Anambra have you been able to align to yourself? And when you look at the other candidates, I specifically ask you about your chances. How do you rate those people, who are going to drag the primaries with you tomorrow? There is Valentine Ozigbo. He also wants, to challenge you. There is Godwin Maduka, and I think there are two others also. So how do you rate yourself against them, and what level of support do you have from the people you can describe as the heavyweights of PDP Anambra politics? Because it's not just possible to come from the US
thank you for this.
And just go in there. You need people's support.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I've been in US 40 years. Out of the 40 years, I've been home 30 years. I do come home more than the people that live in Lagos or Abuja. So I'm a homeborn and homegrown. America was just a place I had to go to get the education, and God blessed me immensely. I am in touch with people here. Now, if I go tell you that what are my chances, go and ask anybody, conduct some kind of research, everybody in the street of Anambra State, independent of the party, they will tell you my chances. Another thing, all those people you mentioned, some of them are running for the governor, some of them are not. They're my friends. I adore them all. I'm not going to take anything away from all of them. You understand? So, having said that, it makes me happy to see that PDP have assembled the best of the best that have succeeded in various areas of endeavor. All of them are people that can actually rule this state. But when the odds are down, if they don't make it this time, they will make it another time. I believe the people of Anambra have spoken about Dr. Maduka immensely. And they gave me hope, as I'm going to bring hope to this state. So, to answer for them, my people here in Anambra, both old and young, both rich and poor, they are telling me they have waited for me for so long. But I also want to dismiss this notion that I just come from US. I left here when I was 22 years old. I grew up in the village. I know everything that had to be done as soon as I come up with a means. So I'm not like an American person that come back to, no, I have been home. And I've been more home than most people that are still in here.
Well, on that note, thank you very much, Dr. Maduka, for joining us on the morning show. Thank you very much indeed. We wish you well tomorrow as you take part in the PDP primaries in Anambra State.